Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Don't face that court alone. Let the Wise Man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call the Wise Man team at Wise Man Lawyers.
All right, today I'm at Pine Rivers Magistrates Court, applying for a special hardship licence on behalf of a client. Short version is my client's a P-plater. They lost their 4 demerit points, and they were given a notice to choose, which from Queensland Transport, which is basically a letter from Queensland Transport saying you've run out of your 4 points. You need to choose between a 3-month driver's licence suspension or what's called a 12-month good driving behaviour period. Basically, the 12-month good driving behaviour period, if that person elects it, is a bonus 2 points to last them 12 months. If they elect those 2 points and get no more infringements during the 12-month period, that'll be the end of it, and they'll continue driving. But if they then breach that good driving behaviour period by getting a ticket or tickets totalling 2 or more points, they'll get a further 6-month suspension notice in the post. And that's when you give us a call and we can apply for what's called a special hardship licence, which is basically an order that overlaps the 6-month suspension period, permitting the applicant, if successful, to continue driving for work purposes only, and if appropriate, medical purposes. My client had no medical reason to drive, so the grounds for today's application was work purposes only. He worked in facilities maintenance, so obviously it was 100% driver's license dependent. It wasn't a job that he could do from home. Prepared substantive affidavit materials, about an 8-page affidavit for him to sign, covering the hardship that he will suffer if he loses his licence. Effectively, that if he loses his licence, he'll lose his job and the income from that job, and therefore he won't be able to pay the expenses that he and most people his age have, and he'd suffer severe financial hardship. Did an affidavit for his boss to sign, supporting that, basically saying if you've got no licence, you've got no job. Got him to do a reformatory course, the same course we get everyone to do. I drafted supplementary affidavits for my client to sign, speaking about what he learnt. Got him to get some character references based on the template that we always give. So once I had all that information and the affidavits drafted, they were filed with the court. We were given a court date being today. When the application's filed with the court and you're given that court date, the documents are then served on Queensland Transport, and the suspension's temporarily paused until midnight the day before the court date. So my client's been able to drive right up to midnight of last night. So the application was filed about a month ago. These hearings are only heard once or twice a month in certain courts. Application was filed a month ago. Today was the court date. He was able to drive right up until midnight of last night. He and I met at court. I argued the application before the magistrate. There was a bit of resistance from Queensland Transport, but ultimately, as I said, the application was granted. So an order was made overlapping the 6-month suspension commencing today. Once that order's lodged with Queensland Transport, they'll reissue his licence with the hardship licence condition, and he can drive for the next 6 months for work purposes only, and therefore not lose his job. So obviously, clients happy, employers happy, families happy. He kept his licence for work purposes. He's kept his job. I'm Andrew Wiseman, and thanks for watching.
Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing.